Hello, beautiful people. Thank you so much for joining me today on the Manny K Way channel. Today's video is all about how you get to manifest money and abundance into your life, what blockages are standing in your way, how you get to shift out of that, how you get to truly embody this idea of manifestation, and the 7 ways of being that you get to shift into in order for you to be in that vibration and be ready to have abundance and wealth and all the things that you've always dreamed of. My name is Manpreet Kaur, Manny K for short. I'm here to support you on your spiritual journey and development of self, transforming, healing, anything related to any of those things. I'm here to be of service and to help you guys shift your mindset and perspective so you can live the life that you've always wanted to live and cause and create the things that you have always truly wanted to. With that, let's get right into the video. I know you guys are hungry and eager to know how you get to manifest all types of money into your life and all types of wealth. I'm excited to be providing this for you guys today. So the number one thing that I want everyone to understand is that manifestation is not just sitting at home and not doing anything about the things that you want to create in your life. You have to have clarity in regards to your thoughts of the things that you truly do want. Then you have to make sure that you have positive feelings that you are infusing within those very clear thoughts, the specific things that you want to create, in this case, money and abundance and wealth. And then you have to take inspired action. Let's not forget that the word action is in attraction. So anything that you want to attract, you are going to have to act on as well. An inspired action doesn't mean something that you're just doing in order to receive the one thing that you do want, but it's inspired action that embodies these ideas of passion and value. Those 2 words are going to be key, and I'm going to talk about them a little bit more later. But please remember those 3 things. You need to have clear, specific thoughts about the amount of money and the wealth that you want to create, and abundance. It can always be related to multiple things, not just money, but for the purposes of this video, money. Infuse those clear thoughts that you have with positive vibrations and feelings, and then you're going to take inspired action in regards to how you're going to create those things that you want into your life. When it comes to manifestation, there's 2 things that I want you to always remember. 1, you cannot be vibing at a level of sadness or anger when it comes to the actions that you're taking in order to attract whatever you want in your life. If you are in action, but it's not inspiring or motivating for you, and you actually are angry about the things that you are doing in order to attract money into your life, then I would stretch you to shift out of that mindset. Why are you angry? Are you not valuing your job that you have? Is it causing you a lot of discomfort? And is it just not healthy for you? Is it toxic? If it is, one of 2 things gets to happen. Either you get to shift out of that job because it's toxic for you and it's not serving you, or you get to shift your mindset and realign with your why and why you're at that job and how you get to be in inspired action. Also, are you going home at the end of your workday and are you working on the things that you are passionate about? Even if you feel like you don't have energy or you have all these other things to do, are you at least spending 30 minutes or an hour? Where do you get to shift in your day so you do get to be in inspired action or embody that in some part of your life? So 1, don't be angry or sad or vibrating at a lower level when you are doing things or in action, when you are trying to, be in full flow with this money energetic transaction that happens in the universe. Number 2, you cannot chase anything on this planet. Definitely not money. If you are chasing money and you are so focused and hungry on where is my next dollar coming at, how am I going to amplify this, how am I going to elevate this, how am I going to exponentially grow this, and you're chasing it as though you're almost suffocating it, you are not on the right path. You have to let go. You have to surrender. That doesn't mean you cannot be ambitious and hungry about your goals and what you want to cause and create and the value that you are generating, but don't let the main focus be how much money and how much more money. Don't let that idea of greed trickle into this. Do not be chasing. You want to be walking towards something. Yes, don't, walk slowly or take a stroll. You want to just be walking towards something. Do not be chasing after anything, because it is just going to run away from you. The 7 ways of being of things that you get to shift into and start embodying in order to make sure abundance is on its way to you are a couple of key things. I'm just going to go over them really quickly. I'll make some videos later on in regards to the budgeting aspect of this, because I think a whole video gets to be really embodying just that one thing. But I really think that these other things are going to set you up for success. So the number one thing is be open to receive. If you find yourself being that type of person who it's very difficult for you to receive support from someone, it doesn't even have to be financial, just, hey, I'll come over and help you do this or help you clean, or okay, I see that you need support in this, I'll be there for you. If you find yourself having a real hard time receiving support or even asking for it, I'm gonna need you to shift that, because the only way then you can be an authentic giver is if you're also an authentic receiver. Usually if you have a toxic relationship with the idea of receiving, it's more than likely there's this attachment to the idea that if I'm receiving something, there's that expectation that I also have to give to that exact person the same thing, or, I have to do this for this. I want you to get out of that story of this being very transactional, and I want you to shift into whatever I give to the universe, whether it's person A giving to person B. I don't need to receive person B to person A again. I just know I'm going to give, and I'm giving from the overflow of my energetic cup, and that I'm going to receive tenfold even from somewhere in the universe. It doesn't have to be connected to a person, place, or thing. So really embodying that and understanding that is going to be key. So number 1, be open to receiving. 2, when you are open to receiving, you are going to be vibrating at a way higher level. You need to show up as your highest self. You need to understand and know that you are going to be receiving the things you've ever always wanted very soon. So you need to show up as that person. You need to be ready for that person when the door comes a knocking and it's the opportunity that you've been looking for. It's the universe is like, here's all the money for you that you've been asking for. It wants to see that you are ready to handle it, that you're responsible to get that gift from the universe, and you're ready to step up. So you need to start showing up in that way. So if that means, making sure that you look put together every single day, showing up as that person that really living that life, the person who does have that type of house or that car, gets to go on those types of vacations, do that. There is a way to do that on a budget. So you can figure that out. I don't want to hear the stories of, that I can't do this, I can't do that. It's never I can't, it's I won't. There's a way that we can all figure this out, and a way that we can do those things. I'm coming up with a couple of programs in the future of, how we get to shift our mindsets and how we get to really change the way we say I can't, and how there's always a I will and I can do this. I just need to look about it this way in regards to my circumstances, right? So show up as your highest self always. A couple ways you can do that. Write yourself a $100,000 check. Like, it's very easy for you to do. Write down all the direct deposits and where they're coming from. Just write them all down. Imagine your bank account and all those things coming through. Script out, I have this, I have that. I have the vacation that I want to go on to Croatia later this year. It's already booked. Write things like that. Really visualize and feel it and embody it in your soul as well when you are, really thinking about these things. You get to know that is you. You are already there. Hold that energy. That energy is super, super powerful. The abundance that you want to create in your life is a very powerful energy. You need to be vibing at that level in order to receive it. So show up as that person on a daily basis, right? Third thing I want to talk about, language. If you are talking about money in a way where you are complaining and you are, thinking about it like, damn, I have to pay this bill, I have to do this, I don't know how I'm going to get the money, and just stressing out about it and diving deeper into that when your ego shows up, you're causing this negative energy around you. So rather than saying, I have this bill to pay, I get to pay this bill. Why do I get to pay this bill? Me paying for this bill is allowing me to have electricity and water in my house. I'm helping support the people that work there or the other people in this universe somehow. Money is just always flowing. It's always in circular motion. When it's going out, it's going to be received, right? It's always an in and out. So knowing that and fully believing that, you get to Forget that scarcity mindset and that processing from lack and be like, there is always enough money, right? So I get to pay this bill. Right now, I don't have the money in my bank account, but it is on its way to me, right? So what is your relationship with money that you've grown up with? What are some of the phrases maybe that you were growing up that you remember? I don't want to say it out loud, but like money doesn't grow on, let's not have those mindsets and those perspectives and those stories in our brain anymore. Let's shift out of that. So take a closer look at the language. And I'm not saying your ego's not going to pop up and tell you, you don't have the money, what are you going to do? It's definitely going to pop up and it's definitely going to say those things. You get to talk to your ego, tell it to quiet down, and you're going to shift into a positive vibration instead. Number 4, this is very, very important. I brought these 2 words up before, passion and value. If you are not embodying passion and value on a daily basis with one of the things that you do in your day, I'm going to want you to shift. Find a way that you can have 30 minutes to an hour even of doing something that you're passionate about. And if you're authentically doing something you're passionate about, you will be creating value from that thing that you are passionate about. So find that thing. If your brain is creating a story as to why you cannot do that thing in your day, fight that story. Find the energy. If you don't have energy in that day and you're just exhausted, okay, take a look at your health. What things are you doing in your day that are not really healthy for you? What habits do you have that aren't healthy for you? Where can you start shifting where you have the energy to do the things that you're passionate about, the things that you value? Okay, yes, maybe you work a 9-to-5 job and you come home and you brought the kids home and you have to cook and clean. And I understand, I respect you. I love you. I send you so much support because you are doing so much in your day. You're doing such an amazing job of all the things you have to do, but also what are you doing for yourself? And if you don't have the energy to do that for yourself, how are you authentically going to be giving fully to the others in your life or just anyone in your life, right? How are you going to give to the universe? So start looking take a closer look at your habits. And what are your energetic habits? Energy is everything. Energy is everything in your life, right? Energy plus intention is action. So take a look at that. What does passion and value mean to you? If you don't know, pause this video right now. Literally, pause this video. I'm going to pause. Pause this video right now and go write down what value and passion mean to you. And how do you embody those things on a daily basis? And where do you get to shift if you're not? Number 5, who are you surrounding yourself with? If you have friends who are processing from lack and scarcity and do not think there is enough money to go around, people who are competitive or, people who are complaining all the time, you get to get a new group of friends. Very important. Maybe you take this video and go be a leader in your friends. I know sometimes people get triggered. Oh, what do you mean I have to drop all of my friends? We all complain. How can you say something like that? I agree. I definitely used to be someone who used to complain all the time. Even if I had a significant amount of money coming in, I was always like, where is this going to go? That hungry person who's always looking for money, that used to be me. Can you be a conscious leader for your friend group and go to them and tell them, hey, we need to shift out of this mindset. Let's all work together to make sure that we hold ourselves accountable to be abundant and have that specific mindset so we can all thrive. You're going to have friends who are having deeper rooted stories with that. You get to be a leader for them. You want your friends to grow and thrive. And if your friends don't want to grow and thrive and are not listening to you, get a new group of friends. Get friends who are mentors and coaches, who are millionaires, billionaires, people who are doing things that you want to do. How do you get to connect with them? How do you get to show up like them? When the people around you are showing up in a certain way, I guarantee you're going to want to show up in that way. You will hold yourself accountable and feel like you have to step up. So who are you surrounding yourself with? Do they have an abundance mindset? Do they have a scarcity mindset? Let's shift into abundance. You need to be rolling with thoroughbreds, right? Number 6, I was about to say 5. 6. This concept and the idea that I'm about to bring about is the one that I want to make a whole nother video about. I started doing this once I read the book, Secrets of a Millionaire Mind. 6 budgeting jars that you get to focus on. If you do not have a personal finance management system in your book of the things that you do on a day-to-day basis, I'm going to need you to write these things down. I'm going to make another video about this that goes into way more depth, But these are the 6 jars that you need to be making sure that you have enough of money to put in regards. I'm gonna give you the percentages that correlate with them. So the first one is 55. Sometimes my Indianness comes out when I'm talking. Sometimes a V word is W. But anyways, without going on a tangent on that, 55% of your income that you have coming in. You get to do this, by the way, on a monthly basis and an annual basis. Check yourself, have checks and balances. 55% of your income gets to go towards necessities, groceries, bills that you get to pay, electricity, water, all those things, your car bill, those things that are necessities. Do you need that, crazy Lamborghini that you're paying forever on a monthly basis? That's not a necessity. If you just need a car that goes from A to B, that's a necessity. So 55%, let's look at that, because that used to be me. I used to definitely, be of that mindset that certain things were necessities when they weren't, right? So 55% of your income goes to necessities. Next is 10% goes towards long-term savings. Long-term savings are things like that house you're saving up for, a car you're saving up for, if you're getting married, a wedding you're saving up for, if you're having a baby, like saving money for the future for the baby, that's 10%. The next one is going to be 10% that goes towards financial freedom. Financial freedom is long-term investments. What are you doing to protect yourself in the future? 10% of your money every month, every year should be going towards, stocks, bonds, mutual funds, real estate investments, things like that. And if you're not doing that, I'm going to make comment down below if you guys want me to talk about stuff like that, because I can definitely talk about stuff like that in the future and create more videos around it. I came up with a plan in the last 10 years that has supported me. Sometimes, things happen in life and you got to do certain things, but just having this skeletal mindset to work with and knowing that this is where things get to go is really, really helpful. And then the next one is 10% gets to go towards education. Education, yes, that means like bachelor's, master's, and those sorts of things. But if school isn't for you and you haven't done a bachelor's or a master's or things like that, education does not only mean that. You don't get to completely disregard education. Education can also mean money you're putting towards a mentor, a coach, a course on Coursera, or a course that is going to help you, maybe you want to learn coding this year. Money towards that. 10% gets to go towards education. What are you doing to keep your mind healthy and growing? I'm a student of life, so I sometimes, I've definitely even spent more on education, investing in myself before, and I just, move things around as needed, but 10% for education is really awesome and a really good thing that you should be putting towards. 10% gets to be play. Play is your entertainment jar where you get to dine out, you get to spend money when you go out with your friends, experiences, you want to go on that boat, you want to travel, that's 10%. So really take a look at how much money you're spending in regards when you go out on the weekend, when you're shopping maybe a little bit too much. I'm not saying retail therapy is bad for you. I definitely do it. I think clothes and your expression through fashion is amazing and super important, but how much are you spending? Definitely been guilty of spending more than I should have in the play jar. So take a look, 10%. 5%, the last 5% gets to go towards giving. And I've definitely grown over the years to spend even more in the giving jar and, take out from my playing jar, because the gift of giving is just beautiful. Whether that means charity or, supporting like a nonprofit that you really believe in, 5% of monetary, gains that you have can go towards giving. And I do want to comment on the fact that there isn't only one way to give, right? You can also give your time, because time is money. But in terms of just those dollars, 5% of your dollars can go towards giving. And then if you want to give more, please do. And I always do as well. Volunteer, give your time, because time is money. It's really beautiful. And I promise you, it's just going to open up more for you. That energetic flow is just going to be amazing when you do that. So those are the 6 jars. Okay. And if you want me to write them down again or pin a comment down below, just go ahead and comment, or you can rewind the video and just jot them down. Those are very important. You want to make sure you have a personal finance management system. And for some of us, it's scary to think about that. We didn't grow up thinking we needed that. We self-sabotage our situations. We don't have, an Excel document or an app like Mint or something that can help us organize. And we just get so overwhelmed and scared because we're like, oh my God, I know I'm spending too much in the play jar. Like, how am I going to allocate? What am I going to do? And we just don't do it. We're like, you know what? I can handle this. I don't need to budget. I don't need to plan it out. You are kidding yourself. I used to do that. You definitely get to come up with a plan. And I think those 6 jars that I just talked about are a really great way to start, at least, and build off of that. The last thing that I am here to deliver as a message to you is that the universe is always testing us. The universe is always, always, always redirecting us. So all the things that I just shared, the universe is going to want to bring up situations in your life where you're going to get tested and you're going to see how grounded you are. When your ego does pop up, how do you communicate with your ego? How do you show up for yourself, right? Just always remember that, and always remember to respond versus react. The reason why I bring this concept up in this video when it comes to money manifestation is sometimes we are in inspired action and we're working towards something that we authentically, truly want, and we're doing all these amazing things. For whatever reason, the universe still shuts that door on us, and it closes, and our ego shows up and it wants us to be like, wow, I really enjoyed doing this. I was so passionate. How did this happen to me, right? Sometimes we're not even fully aligned with the reason of why we're doing things. So when that sort of thing happens, another door is going to open. The universe is just redirecting you to something that's more authentic for you, something that's more beautiful for you. And you get to be okay with that. Your ego will pop up and it's okay. You are allowed to feel all those things. And once you feel all those things, you get to shift into inspired action again, because there's so much potential for creativity and magnetism in that moment when the universe shuts a door on you, because you know another door opened and it's going to be even more meant for you. And I know you know what I'm talking about. Even if you're trying to convince yourself that you don't know what I'm talking about in this moment, how many times in your life, 2 years ago, if you were to think about it, if you had taken some opportunity or done something, or if that person didn't say no to something or whatever, you would have been on a totally different path than you are now here today. And do you appreciate the path you're on right now? More so even? So think about that. We always are like, wow, I wouldn't have gotten this opportunity and this if I didn't do that. So let's always try to remind ourselves of that. The universe is always redirecting. So if there's a no, there's a yes somewhere around the corner. The universe is just redirecting you. And with that, I love you guys so, so, so much. If you got anything of value from this video, comment and like below. Let me know what you're claiming into your life this week and this month. What dollar amount are you writing on that check that you're writing to yourself? What are you claiming? It is on its way to you. So much abundance exists on this universe or on this planet, and you have it coming for you. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you are enjoying the Manny K way, and that notification bell if you want to know when I make new videos, which is Wednesdays and Saturdays, 12 p.m. PST. They get posted. I would love to hear your feedback with anything that you guys want to share. I am here to be of service to you and to support you guys through breakthrough and healing, transformation, a little bit of magic and manifestation. I believe in all things, all positive, loving, gratitude types of things. So I love you guys so much. I'm sending you guys a dose of light and love always. With that, I'm going to close it out. See you guys next time.